Hey everybody, welcome back. So today's video is going to be a continuation of the video that I've posted 2 weeks ago, which is the drawing for a month video. So if you haven't watched that yet, I'll have it linked in the description box because it features the first half of the month's worth of sketches as well as the materials that I've used. So I practice a lot of male anatomy. I'm not really familiar with male anatomy because I rarely draw men, but I guess it's good practice and it's also part of my New Year's resolution. So what I'll do is I'll get a reference photo and then I'll get my colored pencil and then I'll just sketch immediately onto the paper. For me, what that does is it allows you to create more confident lines from the very beginning, just because you know that you have to think twice about where you're putting your pen or your colored pencil at because it's not really erasable. I feel like when you go in with a pencil, you just give yourself a space to demand perfection. It's never gonna end because I feel like there's never like a perfect piece of work. You're always gonna see imperfections in it, and it's a sketchbook, so I rarely do use pencil for all of my works unless it's a very detailed sketch or it demands a very high level of accuracy. But I think it also depends on your art style. I know some art styles require high accuracy and very clean strokes and lines. Since I have like a messier style, I think it's more forgiving as well to have just random lines and strokes here and there. I would actually say that it's good to sometimes step out of your comfort zone because you can tell I've like some works in here that are quite wonky in terms of the anatomy. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, but you know, at least I tried and I kind of exposed myself to more things than what I'm used to. I think it's good practice to sometimes just go out and just do something that you're not really confident about and just try and see. You know, you never know what you'll learn and take away from this. I would say this is actually one of the best experiences that I've done for like art wise, I think, just because I've actually sketched daily before, but sketching at my busiest month, which was October, was actually a really big challenge, but at the same time doing something that I'm not very used to as well, I think really helped me look forward to every single day, just because I was actually a bit creatively stuck with where I'm at now with my work, just because I feel like I've reached a stage where there's no progression, there's no growth, so it's very stagnant. So it's good to switch it up and do something really different as well and introduce something new into, you know, your work. So yeah, and a lot of the references I used are found online. Some of them are not really credited, so I'll just try to use like a reverse search engine to just get the photos to get their origins. But if I can't find it, I'll just leave it empty for now, unless you do know who provided the imagery. Then you can let me know and I'll just include it in the description box as well. So a couple of these works are actually inspired or referenced off films. One of the more prominent one would be the Wong Kar-Wai's Chungking Express, the scene where there's like that McDonald's and then Takeshi is just right there. So yeah, I would recommend to watch his films alongside his cinematographer, Christopher Dole. They make a perfect team. The aesthetics is really, really beautiful in that. And I feel like his stories satisfy the heart and the soul more than it does to the mind. So I'll put up some films and a series that I would recommend you guys to watch. I'm not like a film critic or anything. I'm pretty easy to please with movies, but these are the films and series that I found really, really good, and I just thought to share them with you guys. So what I've gained from this experience is that you can always make time for art. There's always time for it. Even at my busiest, I manage to draw almost every single day. So, you know, that just sets upon me and I'm like, you know what, I've always been maybe lazy in the past. When I have other commitments that I've got to deal with, I would just put aside my own self-improvement in terms of art. And now I know that, you know, there's still that small little window that I can give myself every single day. And also, I would say that drawing daily, or at least establishing a habit to draw frequently, would definitely increase your momentum and sometimes also provide continuous inspiration. Also, you will improve. You'll see greater improvement in a shorter amount of time. And I will repeat what I said in the first video, which is you don't have to wait for Inktober to draw daily. You can start as and when. You can start right now, you can start today. And it's not about whether you complete the challenge or not. It's more just about, you know, even if you manage to get one drawing in, it's a step closer of an improvement to becoming a better artist. So yeah, and this is actually also a very good way to fill up your sketchbook. So if you've got a lot of sketchbooks you've left to fill up, I would say doing this is actually pretty good. And I would also recommend that if you're doing this to use a medium that you are not very familiar with. For me, I use gouache, but not as well acquainted with it as I am with watercolors or markers. Yeah, I would say definitely try to explore something new. It's always really fun to do that. So before I end this video, I'm just going to be sharing with you guys my favorite works that I've done out of all of these works. So the first favorite is actually featured in the first video, and that one is the side profile of this woman sitting on a chair. I think it's an archived Margiela picture, if I'm not wrong. And also, I really like the kind of like a side profile of Matt Damon. It looks nothing like him, but I referenced it off a picture of Matt Damon. And I also really like the black ink silhouette one, and I just, you know, diluted the ink to get different tones of gray. But that one was quite a simple piece, but I really like how that turned out. And also, my last favorite would be Alec Weck from a Vogue Paris January 1998 issue. By Jean-Baptiste Mondino. Hopefully I'm not butchering any of the names I'm saying, but I do really like that one, and I like how the color turned out. It's really pretty, and I think it works really well for gouache, and I may try to experiment that a little bit more as well. But yeah, so that's all for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys really soon in my next one. Bye!